It's the giving time of the year, presents under the Christmas tree. But what if you could give a gift that would last longer than the holiday seasons themselves?
Our friend and private wealth advisor Will Rogers is back with us to talk about some gifts that might make a big difference for people we care about this season.
Good to see you. Thanks for bringing Baxter.
No, we got Baxter here, and the whole idea is being intentional about it and helping people try and get ahead in life. I remember Christmas where my son William, he's like 4 years old, and there's all these presents, and he was crying because he didn't want to open up another present that grandma or an aunt or an uncle or somebody given, and I'm like, no, we need to do something different. And that was, decades ago, but the inspiration for what we're talking about today.
Very cool. So, Will, shopping for someone else seems to be really difficult sometimes. If there's anything somebody wants, they usually just go out and buy it. So what kind of ideas do you have around that?
All right, so we're really trying to help people get ahead in life. And I think there's three main areas that they can get ahead. It's paying down debt, it's building up savings, but even better is building up wisdom.
Okay, good things. Three things to be very good if you're able to do this. Let's talk about helping friends and family paying down debt.
Right, and I'm going to tie in a little bit of the wisdom in all of these, but as you're trying to pay down the debt, you want to be specific about it. Maybe you just pay 1 month's payment or maybe even a year's worth, but you don't want to pay down one debt just for them to build up another one to replace it. So talking about the expectations is really important, and that's where you're adding a little bit of that wisdom to paying down the debt. Hey, we can do this. And I kind of like the idea of matching funds. If you pay $50 towards your credit card bill, I'll pay an extra $50 and keep it focused.
And of course, that's if you can actually do it without harming yourself.
Correct. You need to be in the position to be able to do this as well.
Of course. Okay, so then building up savings, are you talking about just like writing a check to somebody?
No, and that's where, the same thing, if you just throw money at them, say pay down the debt, and you don't know where it goes, throw money at build up savings, where does it go? Have the conversation. I'm sneaking the wisdom part in here. So maybe it's going to go to their Roth IRA for building up for their future. Could be retirement plan at work, or an education savings plan for the grandkids, or maybe just their savings account to build up their cash reserve. But have that conversation with them. Hey, here's what I want to help you build. So they know where the money's going to go and hold them accountable to it.
So, you mentioned the education plan. If your kids have kids, and the 529 plan, you've said before, there are a number of changes on that plan now too, right?
There's all kinds of changes on that, and so it can be used for tech school. If it's not used, it can go towards a Roth IRA for the kids in the future. So the flexibility with the 529 plan can pay for K-12 private school. So there's a lot of options.
Okay, great.
Very good.
You snuck in some wisdom in there, so let's talk about it now. You mentioned wisdom. How do you just give wisdom?
And it gets to having a conversation and put it in writing. So, talk to them about what they're striving for, and then explain how you want to help them, and having that as a little note where you include your expectations, but even better, share with them the challenges that you faced and how you overcame those challenges. I didn't learn anything of significance in life sitting in a classroom. It's when I stubbed my toe is when I really learned a lesson.
Right.
Share those lessons with your children about, how did you stub your toe? When you had trouble making debt payments, or did one of my formative experiences was when a debt collector was at my dad's house as a child, and I'm like, I'm never going to have this happen to me.
Right.
So you can have that, but as you're thinking of that, one of the biggest things you can do is gift them an appointment with a financial advisor. If you've got mom or dad telling kids what to do, sometimes because mom and dad's saying it, you don't want to listen.
Right.
But if you got that outside expert, have that appointment with a good financial advisor where they can just look and go, okay, what do I need to do to get my life going right?
And maybe mom and dad don't have all the right answers as well.
Correct. And as you're having that conversation, you're trying to teach the children, here's what I should do, here's what I'm thinking. You kind of look in the mirror and go, oh man, I'm dropping the ball on this. That's okay. I've learned so much from my children when they ask, well, Dad, why are you doing that? Oh, I don't have a really good answer for that one, son.
Wow, somebody's been peeking into my house, I think. Okay.
Do you have any advice for somebody who does want to still spend some money for a present on somebody? Is there any budgeting advice that you have?
So as you're looking at the budget, first off, don't feel obligated, especially to put yourself in debt to buy something that might last through the weekend. Second thing is try to have a conversation with somebody in the household to make sure this is really going to make a difference for them. And have a conversation, make sure nobody feels obligated. You know, you hate that somebody gives this opulent gift and you pull the gift card out of the closet and go, oh, thank you. Here.
And I didn't get
Worst
you
feeling.
anything.
Right. So as you're thinking of that, it gets to conversations. Some of them can be awkward, but rein in the spending because you feel you have. If you're feeling obligated to, that's a great sign that you should not be spending a dime on them. If you feel inspired to, man, I want to change this person's world, and I think this will change their world.
Right.
Okay. If you're inspired, spend the money. If you're obligated, don't.
All right.
I like that advice.
I like that. Yeah. Heidi and I will be talking.
Stay on your toes, people.
What are we going to be talking really quick about next week?
So how to teach your children a tradition of giving. And so to get them in the spirit, you know, how to get them to do what we just talked about today, but as they're growing up, how can they look for those opportunities to give to their friends and causes they care about?
All right. Tune in next Wednesday for that. Will, as always, great to see you, and good to see you, Baxter.
Yeah.
And again, if you feel obligated, don't do it.
Heard.